You're listening to Playcallers. New episodes dropping every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Available to stream across all platforms. Also, be sure to check out the Tigers Den podcast. New episodes dropping every Monday at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Available to stream across all platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with episode 20 of the Playcallers podcast, the best high school podcast in the state of Alabama, according to the ASPA Awards. And today we got a very special guest for y'all. You know, we've been interviewing coaches all year, you know, because this is Playcallers. The way we pitched it originally was that it's going to be the greatest minds in all of high school sports. But what other greater mind could there be than one of the guys that's actually on the field doing the dirty work, playing the game? We got today Auburn High School defensive back, kick returner, and just all-around stud, also Arkansas State commit. It's Tre'Marcus Webb, everybody. Tre'Marcus, how's your day going on this beautiful Sunday?
Day's going great, just with my family for real. So not too much going today. I worked out yesterday, but yeah, that was yesterday.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, worked out yesterday. I can see you're keeping the grind up, you know, getting ready to play D1 football, you know, just in a couple months here, really, for
Yes,
the
sir.
Arkansas State Red Wolves. But before we get into some questions of you going to play at the college level, I want to look back on your high school career just a little bit. Looking back on this previous season, you know, obviously you and the Auburn Tigers didn't make it as far as y'all would have liked, but what were some of your favorite personal moments from this past year with the Auburn Tigers?
That's a great question. Okay, I got a lot of moments, but my favorite moment was I say the Opelika game. I didn't
Okay.
play, but that would have been a great experience if I played. But what stood out to me is I was on the sideline. I cheered my team. I cheered my teammates to just because like they was going down, like it was halftime, and like they just gave up. So me being the big person that I am, I went around everybody just said, "Hey, we got this. Keep going, keep pushing, and just all that." So that was really my favorite moment. The Opelika game. The Opelika game was my favorite moment. So
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I remember that game. I was there, I watched it. And, you know, that game was one that I honestly didn't think we would be able to pull out and get the victory.
yeah, that
But,
was wild. That was
They were
yeah, I
trying to
know.
storm the field before the game was even over too.
Yeah, exactly.
that was
So, I mean,
wild.
one of the biggest games of all year and, you know, obviously one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Alabama. That's a great moment. I want to look back now at your entire high school career, including your time at Pike Road before
Quite
you came
bro.
to Auburn High School. What have been some of your favorite moments from just your entire high school career in general? And what are some of those moments that helped you make it to where you are right now?
Okay, so my favorite moment. I'm gonna try not to tear up, but it's when we went to state. That was my favorite moment. My 10th
Mhm.
grade year. I battled through a lot of injuries. So my ninth grade year, I was gonna be a big factor on Pike Road team. So I had tore my right meniscus my ninth grade year. So that ended my whole career. Well, not career, that ended my time playing as a ninth grader. 10th
Mhm.
grade year in the summer. Keep in mind, you don't supposed to re-injure anything.
No.
So I say around we went to the South Alabama camp and
Mhm.
I tore my left meniscus. So I'm
Oh.
like, wait, what is God trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Like, why am I keep having surgeries back to back? So I didn't think I was gonna play my 10th grade year. So I say around game 4, that's when my first time coming back, my first time playing as a varsity, and that whole season had reminded me just stay focused, stay grinding. Don't matter like where you started, it's how you finish. And another injury, I say around third round of playoffs, my left hand, my middle finger, it's still broke. So I haven't got it fixed, but that was another injury, and that led to the state champ. I had wrapped my gloves around with tape, because I said, "Hey, let's keep pushing. Hey, this is a state game, so hey,
Yes, sir. Yeah, you
that's
got
why
to
the
keep.
state. That's why my 10th grade year was like really a memorable year, and
I got you. I
That
mean,
was my
yeah,
favorite year.
yeah, that's really inspirational. I mean, because you had all those injuries, during the off season, and then even during the playoffs when you're so close, towards the goal of the entire season. But you just kept pushing, and I mean that's what that's what you got to do in those moments, and that really shows the drive you have as a player. Now, I want to talk about you ended your high school career off. I was played at Pike Road, played at Auburn High School, played a couple other places. But you ended your high school career at Auburn High. So you're part of the Auburn High 2024 senior class. And so I was wondering, how would you describe this year's 2024 senior class in one word and why?
Oh, okay. We're talking about the football team, or the people.
Let's do both. You can start off with the football, and then you can do people if you want.
All right, the football team. I say you say one word.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a tough one.
One word. One word. One word. Uh, I got a reason why I say motivational.
Okay.
Because, okay, keep in mind, I came to Auburn around August 13th, so I didn't have time to like to do anything. So I say it was adversity with my teammates. And I want to give a special shout out to Daryl, because me and him, we good friends right now. But me and him, we had went through a little adversity because you know how men are. You want to be the biggest, you want to be bigger than everybody.
Oh yeah.
And I say he lifted me up a big way, because me and him, we used to go at it after practice every time. Every time. So I say he really built me as a man right now. He probably don't even know. He probably he'll laugh at it every time. But I say Daryl Gibbs, special shout out to him, and I tell him I shouted him out just because of that. But
Awesome.
I say memorable and motivational. That was motivation. Like, he motivated me to go at practice even better. Like, he just don't know. Like, he don't know what big part that played in it. So, and
That's awesome.
as the people, I mean, I kind of social distance myself from people a little bit. I walk in the hallways like kind of quiet now.
I got
Ever
you.
since the football season over, because like, dang, I mean, I'm a basketball player too, but my, ever since like football around, I started first playing football in the 8th grade, and ever since then, I just focused on football. So I didn't want to play basketball.
I
So
got you. Yeah. So, I mean, he first off, the shout out to Daryl. I actually have economics with Daryl, and I
right.
sit right next to him. And yeah, he's really cool guy. And yeah, I'll be sure to let him know about that. And then, talking about people this year, I mean, I understand, you're stuck, focused on that grind, trying to get to the next level, which, I mean, hey, you've achieved. And now, one more quick question before I send it over to Reese. I'll have some other questions from myself for you later. But one more quick question is, as someone that can play multiple positions, what
Right.
is your favorite position to play and why?
Oh, I was hoping you was gonna ask me that. Okay, okay. My favorite position is wide receiver.
Okay.
Why? Okay, the reason why I play defensive back and safety. Okay, I never had got like you see all these football players, they go through training camps, they go through uh they train as a DB, like they move their hips and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, when I went to Pike Road, they say, "Hey Trey, go to safety because you can jump. Go to safety, you're fast, you're quick." That's the only reason why I ever tried safety. So I don't
Gotcha.
have technique. People don't know I don't have technique, and I don't like telling people that, because if we going against another opponent, they gon' use that to an advantage. They gonna target me the whole game because I don't have technique. I just have fast. That's just like
Mm-hmm.
with Tyreek Hill. If you really look at Tyreek Hill, I'm not comparing myself to Tyreek Hill. Of course, he's way faster than me. He's way quicker. But with Tyreek Hill, he's just fast. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have technique as a wide receiver. The only reason why Tyreek Hill is probably one of the greatest receivers is because he's so small. He's so quick.
Okay.
As a DB, you're 6'3", 6'4", 6'2".
Mm.
Tyreek Hill is 5'7". and you're small, so like I mean, you can maneuver your way around through people. But okay, so let's get off the safety. Wide receiver. I was taught wide receiver as a little kid. Keep in mind, I never played football until the 8th grade. So I used to. My brother, he was a football player, and I used to just catch passes. I was always fast. I My dad always taught me. You know, you met my dad. He always taught me
Mhm.
if you can touch the ball, you better hang on to it. Like
Yes, sir.
he was mad at me this year that, I didn't drop I dropped some punts, but I was still the number one returner. But he was always mad. He always, critique everything. That's what a
Mhm.
dad's supposed to do.
Oh
And
yeah.
and as a receiver, I say my fast and I'm strong and I'm physical and I know how to run routes. Like I wasn't taught receiver that much to people will look at me and they'll see how I run. They be like, "Oh, you been playing football since you was 7, 6, 5."
Mhm.
No, no. But yeah, I say receiver and
Okay, that's
going into college, they recruited me as an athlete, but they want to see me more on special teams first. Arkansas State, I'm gonna give you the little sauce. Arkansas State want to start me as a kick returner and a punt
okay.
returner, but
Okay,
I'm gonna show them that I can do more than that, and they want to see me more at receiver, like slot receiver, because I'm fast.
gotcha.
And
Awesome.
I just broke it down to you.
Yeah, no, awesome. I mean, that's interesting because I mean, I wouldn't have known that because from being on the sidelines during the playoffs and stuff, you were mostly lined up at DB.
You're right.
So, this
Oh,
season.
let me
So
talk to you about this.
okay.
So when dang, that's bad. I forgot his name. Dang. Our quarterback. Ah man, he gonna be mad at me.
Oh, Kilgore.
Yeah, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
When Jackson got hurt, that really messed up everything for me because
Mm,
it was supposed to be me and Ian on the two same sides.
okay.
So keep in mind, you don't know this, but Ian's my cousin. We all
Oh shoot,
we it's
that's
in
cool.
our blood. So we was gonna be on the same side, and we was gonna terrorize the whole 7A. I'm telling you this. We was gonna terrorize the whole secondary of 7A.
I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
And okay, Jackson Kilgore came back, but keep in mind I had that injury,
Yeah.
my
Mm-hmm.
ankle injury.
All
So
right.
I was down on myself about that, but
Yeah, no,
that
I mean, yeah, I
yeah,
mean, it's something you have to adjust to, but that's
yeah,
that shows your resilience as a player because I mean, you have that plan going into the season, plan to be alongside your cousin, running routes, tearing up secondaries, but obviously some injuries from both your quarterback as well as yourself. You got to be able to be versatile, and that's
right.
exactly what you did. Well, I'm gonna quickly send you over to my boy Reese. He's gonna ask you some
All right.
questions. Reese, go ahead and take it away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tre'Marcus, I heard you earlier talking about Arkansas State. I'm gonna ask you some questions about next year.
Right.
I'm gonna start with what's something you're looking forward in your freshman year at Arkansas State next year?
Uh, Only one thing, and that's growth. I know I'm not gonna go in as a big bad boy. I have to earn my stripes. That's just like I say. That's just like high school. It's really starting high school all over again. Because as a
Yeah,
ninth grader, you're a little pup. You have to grow. It's not as good as college because college you playing against grown men. They got kids.
yeah, you're
They
playing against
probably
like
got three
20 year
kids.
olds, 21 year olds,
21
21
year
year olds.
olds,
Yeah,
maybe 25. It depends on how long they stay.
yeah. Some
30
guys get
years.
but
extra years.
but I say growth. I know I'm not I know I'm going like I'm gonna have to wait my turn. And when my time comes, I'm gonna have to shine.
Mm,
Yeah,
So
what I
I
mean,
really say growth. That's the only thing that I'm looking for.
yeah, you're playing
Looking
in one of the
forward to.
toughest conferences in football. The Sun Belt
Right?
Conference is a very tough
Yes,
conference to
yes,
play in. So I
yes.
mean,
Did you guys see who we play the
yeah,
second
it's
game?
like it's a very tough schedule next year, and I've seen that coach on TV, and I know he's gonna work with you to get better. So,
Right.
but next question is, what coaches this past year have paved the way for you in your career so far?
We talk about Auburn or Pike Road.
Any of them, just like you can name any of them.
Okay. That really every coach, but I want to give a shout out to two coaches. Next, Coach Etheridge, of course, and that's Coach Patrick Brownie. Patrick Brownie was my Pike Road head coach, and he went to Alabama State.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coach Etheridge, very, very nice guy.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
we've seen him around the school helping people, and
By the
great coach. Always a
yeah,
good interviewer.
just real quick, I just saw Tre'Marcus. I'm looking at ESPN.com right now. Y'all play Central Arkansas Tulsa, then you play
Yes,
at Michigan and at
at
Iowa
Michigan.
State.
Oh, at
At
Michigan.
Michigan.
Wow. I mean,
We
that'll be a heck of an experience, the big house as your third game.
third game of the season. Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be a heck of an experience, man.
Man,
I
oh
mean,
my goodness.
I'll I'll be
Oh
rooting
my
for y'all.
goodness.
Yeah, I'll be rooting for y'all to win.
and
So,
maybe eventually one year, Hugh Freeze will schedule Arkansas State, so then you could come back to Auburn.
man, that would be awesome. That would
Yeah,
be
that would
dope.
be awesome.
Well, my last question is gonna be: what is your mentality this offseason before getting ready to start your Division I career?
Oh, I say my mental. Okay. Uh, that okay. You kind of shut me up right there. You shut me up. Okay, my mentality. I say I give a good example to a Kobe Bryant mentality.
Mm,
I looked on TikTok today, and Kobe Bryant said, "Why would I trust you when you don't put as much work in as I do?"
mm,
Mm,
That's why he always took the last shot,
yeah,
because he always in the weight room and nobody used to show up, just him. He used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. See, I don't know if people realize, but we don't never supposed to really get up at like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We're really supposed to start our day off at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're supposed to be to sleep at 7. That's called body rest.
yeah.
mm.
So my mentality is on the Kobe Bryant scale, the
Like
Mamba
my
So the
mentality.
Mamba
Mama
mentality.
The Mamba
mentality.
mentality. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Well,
All right.
Max, that is your time
All
to ask
right.
the rest of your
Well, thank
questions.
you, Reese, for those questions. Now I'm gonna ask you a couple closing questions that will let you get on with your day. But I'm gonna go ahead and first start off with Reese asked you about what you're most excited about at the next level, but I want to ask you, what do you think will be some of your biggest challenges at the next level, and how do you plan on overcoming those said challenges?
All right. My biggest challenge is probably gonna be, not fitting in, because I'm a great people's person, and my biggest challenge is probably gonna be, I say getting up on time.
Mm.
Like I can get up on time, but in college is way different.
Yeah.
You have class at around 11 o'clock. It's time managed. Time
Hmm.
management. That's what I
Oh
think is
yeah.
gonna be difficult with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm already prepping for that as just a regular college student. But I mean, I'm sure as an athlete, you got to prep for getting up for classes, and then you also got to prep for getting up to go to the field and practice. And
Right.
yeah, I mean that's gonna take a lot, but I'm sure you'll be up to it. And now, some last couple questions. What I already asked you this at signing day whenever you signed to
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas State. But I wanted to ask you again, what exactly made you sign with the Red Wolves?
Ooh. Okay. I signed with the Red Wolves because of Coach Books Jones.
Okay.
He coached Travis Kelsey
Mm-hmm.
and his brother.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot what happened with Travis Kelsey about his problems, but when I went on a visit, he was bragging on himself that he put guys in the NFL. He put everybody that's good, in the NFL. And a Hall of Famer like, Jason Kelsey, he just retired. And Travis Kelsey's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
yeah,
And for him to put those guys in the NFL, that kind of blessed my heart. You know, every coach can put guys in the NFL, but he put numerous guys in the NFL. And yeah, he's not a Nick Saban. He's not a what's the other coaches?
Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart, Lincoln Riley. He's not there yet, but as my conference, the Sun Belt Conference, he's that guy. He's that man.
Mm.
And he was talking about last year, they had kind of a bad year, but he was just getting started. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
he's had some good years. He's had some pretty
Butch
good years.
Jones,
Yeah,
he
he had some
really,
good years. He was at Tennessee and Alabama.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
I
he
was about
trying
to
to start his
say,
own legacy.
oh, 100%. I mean, Butch Jones, yeah, one of the most, decorated coaches, out there, especially in the group of five right now in the Sun
Right.
Belt. But, that's a heck of a reason to sign, to college because your coach not only has faith in you, but you have faith in him. And then my last question before I, send you on your way is we ask this to every person we brought on this podcast. Obviously, you're the first ever player that we brought on this podcast. But
Yes,
what does
sir.
the city of Auburn mean to you?
Oh, okay. The city. I haven't really got too much in the city, like, cause every time. That's kind of okay. Okay, don't be mad at me when I say this,
I
but
got you.
people ask me, "Am I an Auburn fan? Auburn University? Like, the War Eagle?"
Uh-huh.
People ask me that, and I say, "Nah,
Oh, no.
I'm not a fan. I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. Why?
Mm,
Because my dad went to the University of Alabama. My great
yeah.
great grandfather broke the color barrier, for black athletes.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
of
awesome.
course, my dad was kind of mad that I was coming to Auburn. Like, he wasn't mad, but people was like, "Oh, you going to Auburn University this year?" And then my dad always corrected him and say, "No, no, no, the high school." But
That's
okay,
funny.
what I can say is it's uh,
Here,
that's
let me simplify for you. What does Auburn High School, you went there for 1 year, but what does Auburn High School mean to you?
oh I love now that I realize I really love that school because I didn't know that my teachers was gonna help me. Not to bash Pike Road, but I didn't know my counselors like how I know Auburn counselors. Miss
Mm,
Warren get on to me every day. When I was at Pike Road, it was like I was so much free. It's like it was just freedom. Like they didn't. It's like they didn't care, but they did. But Auburn actually show you they care. Like
gotcha.
the teachers work with you if you ask them. Just like what I said about Miss Welch. She's going to help you. You just gotta reach out for help. Just
Yeah.
like I know it's a saying, closed mouth don't get fed unless they ask.
Mm. Oh,
So
mm-hmm.
I love Auburn High School, and of course I'm gonna graduate there. Before the season I was just coming for football. I was gonna go back to Pike Road, but now
Yes.
I realize Auburn is I love Auburn, and that's the place I want to be. So
Very well said. Very well said. I mean,
yeah,
and as somebody that's lived in Auburn all my life, I can just tell you, it's very great when we have other people come in to this area and get to experience it for themselves. And I'm
right.
glad that you could see the, hospitality from Auburn High School's counselors as well as hopefully its people as well. But I guess I'd say my last question for you is,
That you
uh,
good, you good, you
no,
good.
no, appreciate. My last question will be, where can what can you have to say to the fans? What can they expect from you at the next level going to Arkansas State University?
What the fans can, what they can look forward to is I'm not I'm not like any other athletes who take money and abuse it.
Hmm.
So hopefully when I get God, I hope God gonna like just keep blessing me with disabilities and let me keep going. I was hoping to start a nonprofit organization and help, cause when I was little, I used to always see homeless, and that used to just irk my mind. I used to see homeless out there on the street. Okay, maybe they're not homeless, but still that irks my mind because you never know who's out there in need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Never another situation.
my first NIL or anything, I wanna I just wanna give back. Of course you know,
You're gonna treat
probably
yourself a little bit. I
treat myself
understand.
and treat my
Yeah.
parents, but I wanna start a nonprofit organization and just give back.
Man, that
And when I, hopefully I get the LeBron James type of money. But that's on a different scale. But
that's
I'm
awesome,
not
man.
gonna abuse it. I just know I'm not. I'm a very smart, intelligent young man. So I'm not any other athlete. Some athletes they get money. Okay, yeah, it's not, but they buy nice things. But you never see athletes give back for real, for real.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of do.
It takes there's certain types of athletes and certain types of
Yeah,
do that.
they only do it when they like in the NFL. Why? Just like on my signing day, I was gonna give back that same day, but it was a rush. Like everything. It was nothing bad happened, but I was gonna buy 100 hamburgers and 100 fries and give back because I signed. Keep in mind, I don't supposed to do that,
Yeah,
but I was
that's
gonna do
awesome.
that. But they look forward to a lot. Just keep looking forward to everything.
Yes, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And you say you're smart and intelligent young man, and I can tell from our conversation today that you will. I'm looking forward to your college career at the next level, and hopefully pro career after that.
Right.
But from myself as well as my buddy, my co-host Reese Kinder, and our very, very special guest, we would like to say thank you to Tre'Marcus Webb. Thank you for joining us today, man. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. And that's going to do it for Playcallers episode 20. Be sure to, if you're on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to AHS Mass Media. But with all of that being said, we'll see you all next week. See
Yes,
ya.
sir. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Thanks for listening to this week's edition of Play Callers. Be sure to check out our episodes dropping every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Central. Also be sure to check out our other podcast, The Tiger's Den, where we dive into the world of sports. Be sure to check out those episodes coming out every Monday at 3:30 p.m. Central. Thanks for listening.